So, welcome back, likely for the final time. I am going to show you, like I said, what to do after we killed Father Gascon, which is the obligatory boss of Central Yharnam. You have to kill this guy to proceed forward. You can't avoid it in any which way. And I'm going to show you what to actually do with NPCs. Now, from this point forward, like this is once again, this is an extremely bad thing when it comes to lamp placement. Because remember at the beginning we got the first floor sick room, and immediately after that we got Central Yharnam, which is the most essential lamp that we've been using up until this point. We've been only unlocking shortcuts from that lamp. We were not unlocking anything, any new lamps that were actually of any substance, because the central bridge, the Grey Bridge, is useless. And this thing is actually also useless, because immediately now you're going to get to a lamp that is much more useful, which is actually the Cathedral Ward. You use the key that you got from the boss by killing him automatically to open the gate. Don't go through the gate yet, because the quest that we got from the girl to find her mother is actually, sadly, here. This is the mother, and she is dead. Because she's Gascoigne's wife, and he actually killed her. Now, this is where you start getting these branching paths of NPC quests. This red jewel brooch, if you keep it, and you go back to the girl, you get the option to tell her that her mother is actually dead. It is generally a very, very bad idea to do that. But if you keep it, I'll just show you, okay? I'll just show you. This is one of the things that, again, the game does not explain to you very well at all. So, you climb up here, more lore notes. This, for example, is especially misleading, because it's translated in a very misleading way. If you go off of the English translation, you're going to reach false conclusions. And here we get the gem workshop tool. Now you can apply gems to your weapons if they are +3. You open this gate. I'm going to skip the cutscene. And this is finally a useful lamp. You can ignore all the lamps that we got between Central Yharnam and this one, because this is actually useful, the other ones are not. So, this is actually an NPC. This guy draped in red is actually an NPC. Now, you talk to him and he sounds unsure about him. Is he actually sinister? Is he crazy? Is he actually trying to help? But he actually tells you, but if you spot anyone with their wits about him, tell them about this here Erdin Chapel. And now, from here, if I go back, and I actually go talk to the lady that gave us the Eosefka's blood vial, you're going to get something weird. If you pay close attention, she actually sounds different now. If you climb back up, she does not give you any more of these things.
Oh, well.
And she actually tells you that she wants you to send people her way.
Find anyone, Euclid.
So now you have two NPCs that are telling you the exact same thing. If you see anyone who needs a safe place, send them over here. You have this gal, and you have that guy. Actually, well, this is one of the tricks that Bloodborne pulls on you. The guy that sounds off is actually the good guy, and the woman that sounds soothing is actually the bad guy. So whatever NPCs you send here are going to die, actually. Well, spoiler alert, but you're going to figure that out. But you can actually use this to your advantage. And whatever people you send over to Erdin's Chapel, where that chap was, are actually going to survive. So once again, we're going to talk to Gilbert. Axe guy. dead. You can see that now the sky changed, like time moved forward. We started off, it was like, let's say, late evening, and now it is actually like sunset. And now you can talk to Gilbert, which has been helping us up until this point, and if you exhaust his dialogue, he actually gives you a flame sprayer. Flame sprayer is a weapon that actually requires arcane in order to use, which is why I told you that you should actually level up your arcane, because you're going to end up with a lot more options. Through here, we need to go talk to the girl again. And we need to talk to the old lady. And that will conclude, I believe, how you deal with NPCs. Why am I doing this? I don't need bullets anymore. I'm not going to fight a lot more guys. Let's go down... No, actually, this is not the correct way to go about it. I'm going to kill this guy. The girl is down there. Here we have the werewolves. This might actually kill me because this is actually a bad idea. Where are the dogs? Doggy! Oh my god! They followed me all the way down here! Okay. Well, I did not expect them to follow me all the way down here, to be honest. I landed the shove, but I actually didn't get the visceral. Whatever. We're only like talking to NPCs at this point. But I still wasted a lot of time with that. Damn it. What other path could I have taken? I could have gone up to her the other way around. Well, whatever. Sadly, I have to waste time. See, no matter how experienced you are with Bloodborne, you can totally get freak accidents. But I was calling for that. That was not the proper way to go about that area. You're not supposed to, like, ignore those goddamn beasts. I'm going to approach this a different way. I could kill them, but it's going to take time. I did waste a lot of time already. Just run down here, kill this guy. Proceed forward to the lady. Actually, you know what? I have a vendetta. I'm actually pissed. Oh, once you die, you have to equip your lamp again. Come on, die in 2 hits, be a gentleman. Alright, you bastards. Come on. This is the way it should have went down. You should have given me the visceral, you goddamn freak. Oh, God. Oh, God, he's not playing well at all. Not playing along, are you, huh? Come on. I'm actually going to backstab you, just like I did the very first guy. Come on. Well, just die. Don't give me the backstab, have it your way. Now that I'm done with that, this is the way I actually suggested you approach this area, which is like to approach it from up there. This is way easier. Come on, guys. Oh my god, he totally whipped! And this guy actually has all my blood as well. Good. Oh yeah, be careful because the brick troll actually wakes up and he somehow like follows you. See? If you approach from up there, he actually wakes up. Somehow he like gets alerted to your presence and he actually starts chasing after you. Shining coins. Oh, I didn't talk about these. These simply just stay on the floor and they tell you that you've already been here. Useless. Even if you try selling them, they don't give you much. These actually become useful in areas that are like designed to be confusing, like the Forbidden Woods. And the girl. If you hand over the brooch, which is this, it's horrible, okay? It like ends her questline in the worst possible way. You can actually use this brooch and you get a blood gem, and I'm going to talk about those. And now you talk to her, she tells you still can't find my mom, you say no, and now you have an option to tell her about one of those two places. Now, even though Addendum Chapel is usually the best option to tell everybody about, usually, not everybody, but for the most part, it's like the correct decision if you want the NPC to live. If you tell her to go to Addendum Chapel, she actually dies along the way, and you only get a cosmetic item. If you tell her to go to Yosefka's clinic, which is your way of like, learning about how NPCs like die and whatnot, whatever. Now, when you eventually get to the point where you can actually make it back into Yosefka's clinic, she's going to be alive. She's going to, well, technically be alive, and she's going to give you a rune, which you don't get any other way. So this is actually a better idea to tell her to go to Yosefka's clinic. And I can just plunge attack this guy. Okay. Apparently not. I don't have enough to kill him. Just die. And now I need to make it back to the lady. Which is through this way. Oh, the dog's in the cages again. Dog's in the cages again. Where is the dog that breaks out? Heal, just for freak accidents. Where's the dog that usually breaks out? Like, clip through the floor or wherever you... whatever. And now you can tell this lady... Addendum Chapel. And now I'm going to use a Bold Hunter's Mark to reawaken. I might have said too much, like I shouldn't have like given up so much details about the NPCs, whatever. I don't think it's like a huge thing. If you talk to her, she's going to thank you for sending the girl over. She's going to give you an item.
Oh, thank goodness he did.
And eventually you're going to find a way to make it into that clinic. It's not obligatory, you can like actually miss it. And you're going to see the girl in there. From here I will go to Addendum's Chapel. And you can actually meet the other lady we sent over there. She's actually fine. Cathedral Ward. Like I said, this is just like lamp clutter, because a lot of them are like useless. Like especially like Tomb of Addendum and Cathedral Ward. There's like no enemies in between. Why are there two lamps? Like back to back. And now, that is the lady. For now she is useless, but continue to talk to her along the course of the story, and eventually she's going to be useful. And now if you talk to him, he's going to thank you for sending her over there. And now finally you know that one of these things gets results, and the other thing, well, it gets different kinds of results. And through here you can proceed, and I'm not going to tell you what to do anymore. Going back to the Hunter's Dream, I'm going to talk to you about gems, and I am going to, I believe, conclude the guide. And that's going to be it. Now, you can talk to German, and he's going to once again give you more insights on how to proceed. And now, remember to repair your weapon every now and then. Fortify. Oh my god, this might... there's not enough. I forgot about that. Okay, whatever. Blood gem fortification. Oh, actually, so I stand corrected. You don't need to upgrade your weapon to +3. So, this is important, kind of. Weapons have gem slots. Gems are these things that you can apply to your weapon to add the written stats. For example, this thing gives me plus 1.1% attack, physical attack. This thing gives me physical attack and it boosts rally potential, means that once I land an attack on my enemy while I have orange health, I'm going to get more of it back. Not that super useful if I'm honest. The thing is, there are different gem shapes. For example, this one is triangular, this one is droplet, and you have radial and waning, which means like it looks like a moon. Only the droplet ones fit anywhere. Actually, sorry, you also have the circular. So circular is not the same as droplet, okay? A droplet is like a joker. It fits anywhere. It fits in whichever slot, no matter what slot shape it is. And these are the only ones that are flexible and don't care about what kind of slot your weapon has. The other ones they do care about what kind of slots, because for example, if I try to apply the triangular gem to this one, it's not going to work because it doesn't fit. And all I can apply for now is the droplet blood gem. So the thing is, the default saw cleaver has radial waning. Same applies to the saw spear. I believe if I go ahead and buy the hunter axe, which is one of the starting weapons that I talked about, see, it has radial, and then triangular. Same applies to the thread cane. This, for example, radial, then triangular, and then final. And you unlock these as you level up your weapon. So, even though this in its default form does not accept triangular gems at all, you can still go down to the Chalice dungeons, which you unlock here, which is like a whole different subject. I don't think I can even explain it. It's like easy once you understand how it works, but it's so hard to explain it to somebody who doesn't understand. It's like a needlessly complicated thing, but it gives you access to procedurally generated levels. Like a combat, like you've already seen all the building blocks. Like for example, you've seen the area with like a fountain in the middle. You've seen the area that's like a long hallway with doors, but they come at like glued together in different ways. Like you start off in this one and then you can proceed to that one, and the next time is going to be different. And you have access to unique enemies down there, and you gain like a lot of, not a lot, but some unique items, and some of them are alternative versions of weapons you already have. For example, like the saw cleaver here, you can get the lost and the uncanny saw cleaver. And those have different gem slots. I believe the lost one gives you like all three. It gives you radial, triangular, and waning. And depending on what you're trying to do, one of them is going to be superior. For example, for elemental weapons, if you want to put elemental gems and you have an arcane build, you generally want to... Well, all of them are useful. You can make use of waning gems because they actually have good elemental stats. But triangular ones are usually good for physical attacks. So if you have a weapon that you don't plan on converting into fire, bolt, poison, whatever, even though poison is a horrible idea, please don't do that. It's generally good to go for a version of it that does not have any waning gem slots. But that is only if you're trying to absolutely maximize the damage of your gun, of your weapon or whatever. Leveling up guns is a bad idea. Only do it when you have absolutely nothing else to spend your bloodstone shards on, which is going to be soon enough because, you know, it's you're going to max out the weapons that you care about pretty quickly if we're talking about bloodstone shards, and even twin bloodstone shards. And yeah, you can do that at this workbench where you can actually apply gems to your weapons and experiment with different types of things and whatever and whatnot. I think that is all that I want to talk about. Yes, you have these bat messengers here that you can buy stuff with insight. And once you beat a boss, you can actually buy their gear. For example, I can buy Father Gascoigne's stuff spending insight. And it actually looks pretty cool. And it offers poison resistance. Oh my god, what the hell? Ah, okay, sorry. It offers poison resistance, which is kind of like pretty rare at the beginning of the game. And that is Father Gascoigne's gear. And it looks absolutely terrible on a clean-shaven dude. Whatever. I think that's it. I think that's going to conclude the guide. I don't think I want to talk about any more stuff. If anybody asks me to proceed forward, I'm going to keep this save file. And yeah, for the time being, that is all. Go on and play through Bloodborne. It's amazing. Use what I told you, even though like it's not going to be super duper mega useful like going forward, but at least you have like an idea about what to do and whatnot. So, goodbye.